So I go the distance. Motivation, dedication. I can't stop. Till I go the distance.
Black diamond beat.
I never seen it getting motivation. Pretty skilled with dedication. Name it.
Oh man, this is gonna be great. This is the very first episode of the NPC show.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's gonna be thebomb.com. You think we should probably get this party started?
Yeah.
I think we should.
Welcome.
And so welcome. Let's go ahead and let's get in to this countdown thing. We got a final 10-second countdown. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I kind of counted a little bit fast. 3, 2, 1. Welcome. What's up? Hello. And welcome
To the end.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
I was gonna say to the empty.
You were gonna say, do we need to count down? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the NPC show! So, if you haven't already known, I'm Coach J.
And I'm Coach D.
And we are married. But I'm not wearing my wedding ring right now.
I am.
I'm sleeping in the doghouse. And so, that's kind of good that the topic today is going to be over marriage/relationship hacks. Now, some of you may not care about it, but eventually, at one point, I think you might want to care just a little bit about it. Because if your marriage sucks or relationship sucks, would you say that sucks?
Yeah.
No.
Why wouldn't that suck?
Yes, it would suck.
Does it mean be unhappy?
Are you kidding me? Of course you'd be happy. But before we get into that, maybe because this is the very first episode, we should give them a little bit of our background. Maybe where we come from, maybe
from our moms.
Yeah, but where did we go? What happened over the course of our lives? Why the heck are we doing
What
this
we're
thing
doing?
called the NPC show? Why? Why? And so, where are you from, young lady?
Aurora, Nebraska.
Where?
Aurora, Nebraska.
Nobody's ever heard of
in
that
the
town.
boondocks.
It is in the boondocks. There's a total of 12 people that live in this place.
No, there's not. There's more like
11.
5,000.
Sorry. They're not 5,000.
Well, where are you from? Well, you're from
I'm not,
Omaha.
I'm not saying where I'm from.
You're from Omaha.
Nah, well, I am. I was born and raised.
Yeah.
But then I moved to the city where Kool-Aid was founded.
Yeah, I wonder where that was.
It was in Hastings, Nebraska.
Yeah.
I graduated as a Hastings Tiger. I barely even graduated.
Hey, at least you graduated.
Which leads me to a part of your story. And so some of you may not know, but this woman sitting right next to me that I am very, very, very proud to call my bride.
You better.
She has an interesting story. What happened a while ago, back when you were in high school? What kind of Phil, everyone?
So he kind of hypnotized me.
What?
He hypnotized me and I
you
ran
tricked
away with him.
You tricked me.
Okay, so just a little
So
breakdown.
you're going to get two sides of this story right
two
now.
sides or one side?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll
All right, so I had a month and a half left to high school.
If she's BS and I'm calling BS, just saying. Go ahead.
How is that a BS?
Just go ahead.
All right, so I had a month and a half left to high school, 3.8 GPA, going to nursing school,
She had
full ride
3.7.
scholar. I had a 3.8.
3.8, whatever.
You wouldn't even know. Going to nursing school, full ride scholarships, and I ran away with this guy. I only knew you for 2 weeks?
I don't know, but that's a problem.
Why? That's a big problem.
That's a
For
problem.
one,
We ain't promoting none of that stuff around here.
strangers.
Yeah.
Stranger danger.
Stay away from strangers. Number 2, if you don't stay away from them, at least run away with them.
Yeah, number 3,
That ain't right.
if you're running away with somebody to live out of a car.
They probably don't know about that yet, but we gotta kind of get to it. Just really fast, just before we go any further with anything. Here at the NPC show, what we got going on is some real stuff all the time. So she has no filter. No, she's the one who has the filter.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, and so if you take any offense, don't take any offense. If you get offended, we'll give you a diaper. We got a lot of them.
Yeah.
But
I change about 20 of them a day so you can change your own.
You know how many I change?
0. All right,
but anyway,
let's get on
so we like to keep things super real. super to the core. Like, we ain't gonna be fake with you. So, like, you supporting this channel, which, by the way, we just gotta go and give just huge
Thank you.
shout outs to those who are supporting this
really
channel
appreciate
through
it.
our Patreon, which is incredible. And, like, I'm gonna name off some names just really fast. Like, we just gotta take a second to go and do that, because, like, that's super duper important. And so, by becoming a patron, what ends up happening is that goes and supports the channel and supports our Housing the Homeless campaign, which is incredible. And so it's our mission to go and supply housing to those who aren't as fortunate.
Kind of like our backstory.
Yeah.
Where we
like,
weren't fortunate.
That sucked, because like, she had kind of said, living in a car. And like, we'll get to that here momentarily. But
I know you're going to
it's
say
something-
that word.
Are you hacking me?
I'm hacking you.
She's hacking me. Mind control. You said I mind controlled you. You
No.
mind control.
All right.
No. Okay.
So
anyway,
shout out to some
wait,
people.
wait,
All right, I'm first.
I gotta go and I gotta say just something just really quick. Is that to become a patron, donate anywhere from $5 all the way up to however much dollars it is that you want. That's going to support the channel, support the equipment, support lighting, support everything, so we can bring awesome content, quality content to you each and every week, and that's just greatly appreciated. And so once we actually hit 100 Patreons, we're going to start an interview / talent kind of broadcast where we're going to bring on some awesome
Who's got
talent.
some awesome talent? What's your talent?
Which I was going to ask you the same. Up, that ain't right. So as more and more patrons come about, we'll be able to expand a lot more. It's our goal to eventually, start to bring some of you on the show, interview you, kind of see where your background is, and really expose you to the world. Because you're freaking awesome if no one's told you that. So, anyways, we'd like to give some huge shout outs to a few rock stars who've already gone and pledged to the MPC show and to support.
All right,
the
so
brand
we
new
have-
channel. So we have.
Rochelle Eichstein.
No, okay, Rochelle, you can go first.
Rochelle
came in at $45 a month. She's gonna go and support the channel, and that's awesome. That's huge. She came at the gold tier, which is fantastic. Then there's Kelly Rodriguez, came at the bronze, which is $5, which is greatly,
Welcome,
amazingly
Kelly.
appreciated. And then you can do next.
We got Stacy Prenzing Townley.
Townley.
I
Townley.
love your name
I
because
love
it's awesome. It's a tongue
unique.
twister.
It's
Just like when I say my name, Jonetta, I tell everybody every time I feel like I get tongue twisted when I say my own name. It's a pretty long
That's why I
name.
call you Dawn. D, like you told everyone, double D looking like a tree.
And now Camille keeps saying it.
Oh goodness! And then we got Stacy Goodrum, $5
Stacey.
bronze tier. Thank you, Stacy. We are so thankful. Next we have
Christina Lee.
bronze at the $5 level, and then Michaela Hernandez. Last but not least, at the $5 level, we just thank you guys, and we just appreciate you so very much. If you haven't had a chance to go ahead and become a patron, that would be greatly appreciated.
Or if you have
Support the
became
channel.
one
Or if you
and
have
you're
one,
just
and-
watching this
yeah,
after,
like,
we still thank you, and we are going to call you out
you
on
will
the
get
next.
acknowledged.
See
For sure. So, anyways, back to the
your story now.
Nobody want to hear mine. We want to hear yours. That's interesting. Who drops out of high school and goes and runs away with apparently somebody who mesmerized them? You did that to me. But go ahead. Like I told you, a couple sides of the story. Go ahead.
So why did I do that?
Yep.
There's really, honestly, just a godsend.
Oh, I thought she was going
I
to say,
can't
really,
even-
honestly, no reason. None.
No reason at all. Just wanted to go live in the car and just chill.
Oh,
I think that it's one of those things to where you just get like an attraction when you want something so bad that you just make it happen. Like, I don't know, I met you. Funny, like, story really quick.
Go ahead. Hit it.
I just gotta
Because
say
this is where
this.
there's two sides of the story to it.
Well, I mean, this guy was super nice. It took this guy 6 months to ask me out. Not him. A guy previous.
Oh, jeez.
And I was actually dating him, and I didn't want to hurt this guy's feelings, and I broke up with him that night I met Jared. And I didn't even know anything about this guy. And I just felt something like a pull towards him. That's why I say it's all an act of God, because
Second story.
crazy things happen there. What's the second story?
What happened? What really happened?
I did not lure you in.
You did. So here's the actual story. Go ahead and close your eyes. Picture this. Imagine this with me. So this dude comes in. I was driving in this brand new BMW. So I thought I looked the part. I was acting the part, but I tell you what, I had no money in my pocket. Some of this company told you that they give you a free one. They don't give you a free one. You got to hit like quotas and stuff. And so I ain't even getting into that like direct stuff. Like, no, ain't getting into it. But anyways, I had this BMW, right? So I'm sitting here. How old was I? 21? 20.
I was 18.
I thought you were
17.
17.
No, I was 18.
18.
I was turning 19. I'm now 24.
But that didn't make me a creeper or anything.
It didn't.
That's great because I thought you were 17 and then going into 18. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. Okay, so anyways. Eyes closed. Back to the story. So I go and I pull up to Applebee's and I'm with this friend. And he's like, hey man, got this girl wants you to talk to. I was like, okay, cool. He's like, why don't you talk to her about this business? And I was like, okay. And so he's like, she's going to be here at Applebee's tonight. It's karaoke night. So.
Wait, so you knew about me before you even showed up?
Yeah, because he told me that he had somebody that I needed to meet.
Oh, didn't even know that.
Yeah. So, come into the place, and I'm sitting down and talking with some of my buddies. I'm on a high top. And across the room, there was this woman. I made brief eye contact with her. She wanted the eye contact to be a little bit longer. Just she was eyeballing me and I probably shouldn't go there. Me with her eyeballs. She was taking off my dang clothes with eyeballs.
I was
There's some
not.
risk that you did this. Anyways, dude comes up to me and he's like, "All right, man, I'm gonna go over and get her." I was like, "All right, cool." So I wasn't even paying no attention. This woman comes over and she's like, "Marry me."
No.
No, that was like a third type of the story. But anyway, so I do this whole spiel with her, boom, and then hey, she decides, yeah, I like you, and moves and drops out of school. I told her not to.
He did.
I did. I was like, don't do it. But she's like, nope, I'm doing it. And so she moves up to Omaha with me and find out that I don't have any place to live except out of this BMW. This is some real stuff. And we slept in the hotel parking lot off 72nd and what is that? Cedar. It used to be the Doubletree, but now it's Exarban.
Doubletree. It's meant to
So anyways, that was kind of how we ended up meeting. For those of you who didn't know, that's how we met. And then, how did... You got to tell the story of kind of how I proposed, because this goes right in with marriage hacks.
On how you proposed to me?
Yeah, or should
we
I
were
tell
actually
it?
kind of arguing at the time.
It was a joke.
That was not a joke.
It was a joke.
When we were arguing?
Yeah.
No, it was not.
Because I marriage hacked you before we were married.
We were walking. We were on a walk. And I was upset, and you told me that you didn't think that I understood how much that actually meant to you. And so you started giving this huge spiel, all this like romantic stuff, and then this dude got down on one knee and proposed to me while I was standing up, and I kept on telling him no, and trying to pull him up.
And she had no idea
But
what I was proposing to her
I
with.
said yes, though, but he did not have anything on him at the time, and then we went back to his friend's house.
And I got
and
a bread
he got
tie.
a bread tie and put it on my finger. That was the first proposal.
I married the crap out of this woman.
And then he re-proposed to me.
Yes, I did.
On an elephant exchange thing. Is that what they call it?
It's called a Yankee exchange.
Oh, Yankee exchange.
At a Christmas ordeal.
Sometimes they call it elephant exchange, I think.
I don't know. What?
I think with the presents. I don't know.
So from there. What happened from there?
You said to say how.
And then what?
Yeah. And then what?
And then what are you talking about?
I was finishing talking about what you're talking
but anyway,
about.
so from that point, we ended up. No, did we already create Booty Sculpt at that time? I think so.
Not yet. We didn't even have Camille yet.
Yes, we did.
The very first time you
not bread
proposed to
tie.
me.
No, not bread tie time.
But after.
But after time.
Camille was
so
like
it was
5
start Booty
months.
Sculpt going up, a whole lot of people going losing weight. Boom. That was the place to be. And then we go to the Caribbeans. And I was feeling frisky. And then we came back and then, boom, we
Oh, yeah.
marriage hacked. But then we got hacked. Because then there's 3 freaking babies that got planted in. It's a blessing.
It is a legit blessing, though.
It is, but it makes you want to
But
throw up
it's,
sometimes.
it's a lot.
So, at the point when we got married, I think that's kind of the transition, and then we can get into whole triplet stuff.
We can get into
Marriage relationship hacks. Hacks. What would you say? I'm going to write this down on the board.
hacks happen behind your backs. Am I right?
Is an absolute must. Because, well, first off, I want to go and make things clear that we do not have this perfect relationship.
I'm the perfect one.
I was going to say we do. I know it was a joke. But, no. Everybody's got their own flaws. And,
Well, basically, women, let's hear it. The only flaw we have is complaining on what the man does not do right. Am I correct?
I'm about to hack the living crap out of you on camera.
But a whole nother story is figuring out.
Is that a spider?
No. Shut up.
No,
you're
Look, jump you right in the freaking neck. I will. Okay,
But-
so like, anyways, like back in the day, back when this whole like relationship thing was taking place, because I really do think that a lot of people, they get to this point that what they'll do is that they'll get into the wrong relationship. Now, bear with me, because you already know I say some unfiltered
Real stuff.
Like there's some real stuff that, and like if it comes out of my mouth, I'm not trying to discourage you or anything, but some people ain't ready for a relationship, brother. Is that you? Was it you? Would you say that at that point in time when we became relationship ready, were we ready for a relationship?
I think we were, honestly.
I
I think it was like really good friends because we were true to each other. And this dude gave me so much constructive criticism at the time that you think that any woman hearing something from a man would make you run.
Well, I think
You straight up called me out on my faults.
Yeah, I did. Why? Because no other dude had the balls to tell you it.
Yeah.
None. Zero. Zilch. Nada.
Same with you, too. You can't just call me out.
Nobody would call me out on anything. And she started saying, dude, you screw up here, you screw up there. I'm like, dang, okay.
But it's
Can I
not
screw
just a
you
thing
up?
on saying screw up. It's on telling you what you're good at as well and how we can go and fix it together as a team.
Absolutely. And I think that, like, the absolute must, and this is for relationship and also the marriage side too, that I've come to find is that when, I gotta turn this down, I can't not stand hearing other stuff when I'm going on. It's like crazy. Jeez. But anyways, like, one of the huge things is that you'll settle for someone who you aren't supposed to be with because you settled for the person that you have yet to become. Mm-hmm. Like you settle in with this person who's like, let's say, going back to people that I graduated with. Okay, if you're watching this and I graduated with you, you need to take some dang advice right now. Is you need to stop living back in the 10th grade, back in the 12th grade. When you get together with your friends, nobody cares about the high school football touchdown that was scored back in 1912, dude! Not saying any of us are from 1912. Let's just say back in 2002. People are stuck back in high school and stuck in who they once were, but they took who they once were and it carried in to present day today, and they wonder, hey, why can't I make no money? Well, back then, did you make any money? Nope. Did your relationship suck because maybe you were sleeping around? Yeah, probably. Yeah, they probably sucked. Yeah, so why does this one suck? Would you agree with that? You know, they get stuck in the past. See, that's the same look she gave me at Applebee's.
I didn't give you any look. I'm listening to your advice.
Pulling the rock.
So the point here
So,
being,
anyways, the point being is that too often after high school, or in some cases, you don't make it through high school. I love you.
Bad joke.
That's a bad joke. Or even you get through college. That doesn't define you. Your actions leading up to the next upcoming version of you defines you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get stuck in that comfort zone, because then you'll have an uncomfortable partner, especially when it comes to relationships. And then people wonder, hey, why is there so much arguing? Why is there so much fighting? Why is there physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse? Why is there all this abuse when neither people were ready to get into that relationship in the first place, so neither one of them could grow? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
you need to grow separately
Absolutely.
and then grow together.
Yeah, and so like in our case,
But that doesn't mean
what
that
was-
you being in a relationship now, you can still, if you are happy with that person, you guys can grow together and let
Absolutely.
each other know different things that you need to work on. Like,
Sure.
I believe that you guys should go over, like, your goals or where you want to be in life. If you don't know where it is that you guys are going to go together, especially if you are married and you haven't mapped that out and you are unhappy, you need to get those steps in line, especially if you have children, and doing it together as a team, because you got to think, too, that your kids, they look up to you. They see what mom and dad are doing. If, us talking about relationships and mirroring that, and our children going through those different phases and going through high school and college, etc., and beginning to get in relationships, they can see how mom and dad were together and how that mirrored out. I don't know about you, but I want my kids to be happy and find a spouse that's fit for them. And through that process is them growing themselves as an individual, and then so they can grow together with their partner.
Right. And I wrote down here that, well, we'll go over the must, but 2, having a shared rock bottom experience. Like, I'm talking shared, because like you may have gone through your hard stuff. Mm-hmm. He or she, your spouse or whoever it is, may have gone through their stuff. But what have you gone through together that you've been totally cool with? And so, like, I think the defining moment is that, who's to say that we were ready or weren't ready?
Yeah.
Right? When we ended up getting together. But the thing that we both knew about one another is that we didn't need that money.
Yeah.
We will sleep in the car together. We will wake up together. We will go out and go on the prowl together. We'll learn about new stuff together. We'll tell each other we suck together to see the next one grow. And I think that's the huge thing. Because like I would tell her, I was like, I ain't going out with you. I ain't doing any of this stuff till you memorize this book. And she went back in the closet. I'll never forget this. She goes back in the closet and she starts writing down, I'm telling you, word for word inside of this book and studying like you would not freaking believe. I seen this. I was like, and nobody's paying you for this. I didn't even guarantee you that I would get with you. But damn. Okay.
But I think in those times, it's not necessarily for that person. Like, everything that you should do, obviously, if you're with somebody and you're happy, you should want to do it for them. But first off, it should be for yourself. So somebody helping you and letting you know where it is that you need to grow and giving you those tools. Just like when we're in school and the teacher's telling you, hey, you need to learn this, you should really go and take that seriously and go and put the action in behind it.
Man, that just made me just like really look back, and I was like, man, I was a prick.
You
I was not a nice person. And the fact that you just kept going and going and going, and you're just like, okay, all right, I'm back again. Back. I didn't
The real
hit you.
reason behind this,
I did
Jared,
not hit.
is because I was
Anyone.
hungry for more. You showed me a whole new way of life to where I didn't even know was possible, and that excited me.
And you demonstrated the thing that just made me more excited is that you, at the rock bottom, like we were both rock bottom. Okay, I'm talking broke, like bathing out of gas station bathrooms type broke. Like this is some real freaking stuff right now. And the thing was that in that moment, you were displaying, okay, I'm becoming better, but Jared, I don't need you. Mm-hmm. And here, narcissistic 20-year-old me,
21,
something like that,
Yeah.
old me, thinking that, my poo didn't stink. I'd take it home, wipe it, put it in a vase, and thought, that's gross, man. Ugh. But to see that this woman who said that she wanted me now was displaying characteristics of, dude, I don't need you, man. You should probably become more valuable with yourself, bro.
Yeah, and you know what? You actually told me that we're going to go our separate ways, and then that same day, you actually asked me to be your girlfriend.
Yeah, because you had some balls.
It took you 2.5 months, 3 months, actually, to even ask me to be your girlfriend.
You had some balls, though, that day. I tell you what. And
I did. I was walking away.
She did. She's like, deuces, see ya. I was like, dang, okay, give me some more. You know? That's terrible. But anyway, shared rock bottom experience. So I think that, like, if you got a marriage now, right, or you got a relationship right now, and let's say, like, a really big thing is that it's centered around money, and like you'll see that both of us will preach,
and that's why a lot of divorces happen.
Yeah,
like one of the number one reasons.
Right. And like, if time and money didn't exist, would you do the things that you're doing now? Like, you may be in a business right now, and things may be going good, but if time and money didn't exist, like, okay, like, seriously, would I even be doing that right now? Like, if your employer called you on Monday and they're like, dude, like, I ain't paying you, man. Are you still gonna show up?
But I feel like when people go and get into that is because they don't believe in what it is that maybe the ideas that they have or the career that they're wanting to take. And in that process, it's because you're not mentally stably there yet. But that doesn't mean you can't get to that point. And anybody that's ever told you that you can't do that, maybe a family member or you've seen it from other people that you've been around in your friendships, that's not true. You can go and grow literally from the ground up. I mean, there's stories of people that just have like stubs as arms and legs and climbing up mountains and stuff. Like,
and now, Tracy, I don't mean to go and interrupt.
Okay.
But this does not mean that this is like strictly pertaining to you. You may know someone that this is happening to, or maybe or maybe it is you. Take it for what you will, but you got to ask yourself right now, if you got to write down anything and answer one question today. And I know we're going over marriage/relationship apps, and this is probably going to be the first part to like a 3-part series on this, because there's so many things that come into play when it comes to marriage/relationship apps. And so if there's anything that you take away, is to be like serious, honest with yourself or the person that you know. If this doesn't pertain to you, I don't know. Okay, is that if time and money didn't exist, what would you do? Okay, great. Write it down and do it with your partner.
Yeah.
Okay? And if they're like, no, that's stupid, okay, baby, hey, what do you want to do? And you sit there and you create. And so, if you haven't had a chance to read my book yet, The What, When, Why, How, Unlock the Secret Within, and you're watching this, okay, we'll send you a free copy, just pay the shipping on the dang thing, okay? But there's a quote in there, and it said, what did it say? It said,
the things of this world.
nope, it said, creation was put here to create. Okay? And that's that. All right? That's just the first part. But it's up to creation first to decide and be disciplined enough to know what needs to be created. Okay? But then rely on the creative source of all creation to bring that to fruition. Okay, and so that's not word for word in it, but it goes along the lines of that. And so it's your duty, it's our duty, it's all of our duties to sit there and create. Even though, okay, man, like, dude, I can't do this. I'm not saying quit your job, man. I'm not saying quit the business. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying you need to create, because that induces a little thing. Called faith. I'm not talking about, oh yeah, faith, oh God, or pushing beliefs on someone or this. No, I'm not talking that. That's a whole nother day, a whole nother talk. I'm talking about faith in you, faith in your partner, and faith that, hey, I can go the extra mile. I can do the next thing, right? And so faith, I can't stress it enough. Faith comes as a result from that. And people are wandering around, man, I don't believe in this. I don't believe it. Man, you ain't never stepped out and done the things that you were called to do. We fell subjective to what everyone else wanted us to do. Mm-hmm. And so, like, this may wake you up. It may put you to sleep. I don't know. It put you to sleep probably in the wrong channel, man. I'm just going to tell you. Hey, but if you are woke and bum, 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 you just feel something stirring up on the inside. Sit down with the spouse. Sit down with your boyfriend or girlfriend. If you got a boyfriend or girlfriend right now, whoo, perfect timing. After you got the ring on it, ain't no going back. Oh, Jared, but divorce is acceptable. Really? And when I said I do, I was like, man, like, you're going to have to take a dagger to me. I was like, and like I told her, I was like, remember that day that we were sitting on the couch? I was like, are you prepared? If I came up to you and said, I'm cheating on you, are you prepared to endure that and go through that battle? And it was a toss, and it was a turn, and it was, like I sat there and I wrestled myself. I was like, man, like, if I found out she was cheating on me, like, what would I do? That just makes me sick right now.
I know. I feel like I'm going to throw up.
Thinking about that, you know. But, like, if that happened, is it still till death do us part? And I know that, you know, Bible says, yeah, like, you know, doing that infidelity crap and cheating on the next person and, you know, sleeping with the other person, well, whatever, okay? That, yeah, that's cause for divorce, sure. But if we look a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper, I think we all said till death do us part, right? Mm-hmm. And so I don't know what's happening in your relationship, your life. I don't know. I'm not even saying our beliefs. I'm saying, hey, this is what I told you. This ain't belief system now. This is, I told you this. I'm sticking to my word, or you can stick to yours, right? And so, like, you can test that before you get married. One more time. Before you get married. And it is a must that you do so. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck with somebody who ain't going to want to share a rock bottom experience with you. And guess what? Hey, I'm filing for divorce, man! Mm-hmm. And when you shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. Do I believe that, like, if people get married, are they the right ones for each other? No. Mm-mm. So many people are marrying the wrong people. Why? Because they didn't take the time to grow themselves. They settled, and then, as a result, settled with the wrong person. And so,
but I do believe if it's the wrong person at that time, it can become that right
absolutely,
person.
Absolutely, for sure.
Anybody that they marry the wrong person at the time, you can become the right person for each other, and that's from getting to know each other more. And
that's the thing, is that I don't think that, like, a person can marry a wrong person.
Yeah.
Because they're both in that same state. Because, like, a person who's always in the wrong cannot, they cannot stay with for a long time a person who's always in the right.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that, you know? And so, like, eventually time is going to tell. And, like, some people, they know right away. Like, man, like, I'm going to marry the heck out of you. Then other people, you know, it takes them a little bit longer, right? And so, giant takeaways. Must. It is a must to share a rock bottom experience with your spouse. I don't care how set in their ways you may think they are. Ladies on here.
What?
You got power over your man. I don't care what they say, they think, they do, or what position they hold, or whatever. Okay.
Position, eh?
No, look.
I'm just kidding. Okay, go on.
See the stuff, man. So once again, this is some real stuff, And remember, the whole purpose of the NPC show is the Empower Couple Show, and so it's meant to drip on you, to help you expand. Like,
yes.
Are you
yes,
kidding
all
me?
seriousness.
You're kidding me right now. It's meant to wear on you. It's meant to grow on you. It's meant to, cause, like, sometimes we get stuck in doing a certain thing for so long, and next thing you know, that thing now becomes our identity, and because it's our identity, we become completely oblivious to every angle, every perspective that's around us. Like, this is what I do, this is what I drink, this is what I eat, this is the path I take to work, this is it, like, boom, every single day. And so when opportunity presents itself on the road next to the path that you take to work, or in the form of a different type of food to achieve your fitness goals, or a different type of book or TV show that helps change your marriage or your finances or just all the above, you can then start to kind of diversify and see, hey, wow, maybe that is right. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But at least I'm going to look into it, right? Mm-hmm. And so we're not here to persuade or change anyone's thinking or anything. This is our story. This is our experience. And, if you can take away anything from it, then, more power to you, right? And so we're here to make you laugh. And I don't want to say make you cry, but, man, if I'm crying, I expect you to cry with... No, I don't know. You just do what it is.
You do.
And so marriage relationship hacks. Now, we are definitely going to have another...
I think a couple more.
Another probably 2 or 3 episodes of going into the next episode. What we're going to run into is, if your spouse is a stingy head.
Okay.
Is that a word?
It is today.
All right. Or if they're a butthole some days, I don't know. And they're like, nope, that's stupid. And there's no way, and it seems like it is absolutely impossible to get them to side with you. Because you may be in that situation. Some of you may be just as free as a bird. You're like, I ain't got nobody to go up against, man. Hey, if that's right, more power to you also. But we're going to go over on the next episodes. The next one's going to be specifically of how do you overcome that hill when the answer is no. Not that anyone can tell you no or tell you can't do anything, but, I know that, sometimes if you're like, nope, you ain't doing that today, or nope, we ain't eating this, or nope, I want this and I want that, it's kind of hard to get you out of it. If you don't want to have, let's say, pizza, and I want pizza, this is some real stuff. She's like, she does that stuff. That's some real stuff. No,
don't be telling them about my anger problem.
That's a whole nother time. No, but anyway, so you get to that point of nope, or even just all right, do whatever, but I ain't supporting you. How do you get them on your side? Because I'm telling you right now, I don't care if you're 20.
You don't want your spouse to be against you.
Man, coming in and doing something different.
You guys are enemies. You're supposed to be together.
You're supposed to be frenemies.
Yes.
You didn't know I was going to say frenemy, and then you agreed that you ain't supposed to be frenemies. You're supposed to be best friends.
What the heck
you're supposed to be lovers.
No, get away.
This is on camera.
All right.
This is on camera. This is PG 13R. I don't know. But in the next episode, we're going to go over, how do you get them to overcome it? Or also, because relationships don't just insinuate boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, wife. It insinuates your friends, your family members. That's probably the biggest one.
I feel like this is going to be a huge series over this.
Yeah,
there's a lot of topics we can talk about here.
It's just super massive. And so, because I think just kind of getting ready to bring all this down for a landing, perfect time too, is to kind of put it in perspective of, what I did, what Dawn did back when, we were getting to that point of sharing a rock bottom experience, and my mom should tell you word for word what happened. I went and I had this fitness studio a while ago. Now, once again, this has nothing to do with a marriage or girlfriend, boyfriend stuff. This is just outside relationships, because some of you have we ain't even relating to marriage or boyfriend, girlfriend. Okay? And so this pertains to you and everyone else. My mom, she was the only one who kind of supported me. She'll say that she did now. Ma, I love you. But I went, long story short, I told her, I was like, hey, either you support me or you get the heck out of my life. Like, me and my mama, we were like, And to this day, we still are. Absolutely. But to get to that spot that you're just like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go after it. I don't care what anyone thinks. You know, maybe your grandma or your grandpa or your brother, sister, aunt, uncle. I don't care who it is. But you got to be willing enough to stake that on the line and just be like, dude, you know what? I need to become the best version of me, man. Like, I need to. Like, it's not even a want anymore, you know? And so, like, eventually, like, later on that day, she was like, okay, I support you. I was like, all right, deuces. Took $13, full tank of gas, bounced to Omaha, and I was like, you know what? Hey, either we're going to make it or I'm going to be dead broke on the side of the road. There ain't no in between, man. And that never would have happened if that, you know, kind of that faith, because I didn't have her at that time. That faith was starting to begin, because, like, it was a must. It was the thing that was going to bring me some new relationships. And that relationship, all that brought me you. Sometimes I get inappropriate. If I do on camera, I apologize.
Oh.
So anyway, so what? Just before we end it, what was kind of your deal? So dropping out of high school, leaving with me of all people. What did you tell the people that were your relationships?
I know,
what was
I know. I think it was more my dad. I mean, he raised my brothers and I since my mom divorced my dad when I was 4, and I have three older brothers, and I was the youngest. Well, I still am the youngest, but I mean, I'm the only one that never graduated high school, and me going to be going to college for nursing school. And I think I really let my dad down at the time, and that was really rough for me to go and pursue something that I knew. Like, I had that faith in that we're talking about here, and just ran with it, and knowing that there was something so much more than what I was seeing with my eyes, and that where I was stuck at that time, even though I only knew him for 2 weeks at the time and I ran away with him.
You ain't lying, you dropped out of high school.
I did. I dropped out. I just felt like I wasn't going to get what I needed there. And I needed to be surrounded by this right here. So that relationship that I was breaking at the time with my dad, which is obviously fixed now. And it was fixed in I think less than a month.
Yeah.
So I had to just go. There's sometimes I feel that we try to settle or don't do something just due to the relationships that we do have. And we feel like it's going to hurt that person. So therefore we don't go and do that thing that's been laid on our heart. Then again, if you know that it's something that you need to do and you have that faith behind it, that you should just run with it and put that action in behind it. And I feel like that's kind of like what I did coming and going off with you. And in the meantime, I had to go and do those
But
things.
I kind of made you do the action stuff, though.
Well, yeah.
That was terrible. I told her, I kicked her out of the car. I was like, all right, you take this magazine and you go in this way, and me and this other dude are going this way. See ya. And seriously, we would go out all day pitching this idea or whatever through this magazine to all these people. Here she is, just off in La La Land, didn't have any sales experience or anything, going into businesses, getting doors shut in her face, people telling her no.
But you want to know what? I started to outdo you. I did. I was getting on the phone. I really outdid him when I had nothing. I'm not. Yes. That's true.
All right, I'll give you that.
But I was your little guinea pig, though. You had me as a guinea pig.
Oh, I think you had me as a secret guinea pig, and then you know it was like I possibly had you in this little cage thing with a hamster wheel, and then maybe you were running on it. But in reality, I was actually in the cage, and then you had the key inside that wheel, and you left that cage, and you put me in the cage. You said, "I got a ring on my finger now." Gotcha.
And I threw that key out in the ocean.
Yeah, and now I'm stuck in this freaking box.
And you're a happy man.
In a great way. No, for real.
All right, now.
I'm beyond happy. Sad some days. No, happy all days. All days. All the time. And so that's kind of what we're going to cover on the second episode. And so if you haven't already, and I just can't stress this enough, is we're doing this just out of our own sheer will, just to bring you value, to bring you content. So if you found this valuable, if you found the content in there like, whoa, or like maybe you're just like, okay, like these guys are just like super crazy, and I just got to watch them all the time, and you haven't already, go and get one of the Patreon tiers. Help support the new show, which is going to be thebomb.com. We're going to be putting on some funny skits while learning, while growing, while developing, all together. And I think that that's really what it's all about, you know. Mm-hmm. And so that'd be greatly appreciated if you go ahead and do so. If not, hey, no big deal. It's just whenever the time's right for you, man, the time's right for you. And so the next episode, we'll be going over marriage, relationships hacks, part 2. And then probably part 3, part 4, part 5. I don't know how
this
many
can go on and
it's
on.
going to go on for.
Yes.
But it's been our honor to just be here with you just today, or whatever day it is you watching this dang thing. And I think we got an awesome journey ahead for all of us. And so on the count of 3, we need to say 1, 2, 3, welcome to the NPC show. Okay, they probably can't hear us.
All right.
Okay, ready?
Go.
1, 2, 3, and welcome to the NPC show. And we'll see you on the next episode. Do us a favor, invite some friends, invite some family, go and share this message with those that you love and care about, and together we will make a gigantic difference. And so with that being said, have a rockin' rest of your night or day or whatever time it is that you're watching this. But we are out. We'll see you guys.
It's Blood Diamond Beats.
I can't stop till I go the distance. Motivation, dedication. I can't stop till I go the distance.
Blood Diamond Beats.
Motivation, you just go with dedication. Name it, stroll with your work is the mission. Isn't it just stop to your body with the distance? I ain't never seen that kind of motivation. You just go with dedication. Name it, stroll with your work is the mission. Isn't it just stop to your body with the distance? Have you ever wanted something so much?